I'm being an influencer today. I got my little clicky click. I am Kristen Lee, and today I'm doing a video that I wasn't ready to do yet. As you can tell, I'm not really awake yet, but I'm having my cup of coffee and my reveal box book box, whatever, isn't here yet. So we've been working on our backyard and our garden, and I kind of wanted to show the process this year because I think that we did a lot better this year than we did last year. So this is where we are so far, and I'll be back in a minute. See if I can get my clicky click. I got my work cut out for me. This died a horrible death. I don't know if these are still alive or not. These are my pepper plants. Flower Central 2023. This is where we're at now. Getting there. Look, still have to work on this area. But I cut her down. Oop, focus. Moved a lot of stuff around. And then, oh my goodness. How are we? Oh, good. So this one was inside the house, and it had all this like white stuff. So I put it out in the sun. A lot of it's gone now. But here's all the flowers. These guys are doing really good. So are these. I don't know about that. Yep. And then this daisy is from last year. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for the daffodils. This is my rose bush from last year. Sure. That's okay, buddy. Neither do I. And then these survived in a bucket, so I planted them. And then, yeah. Still have to work on that area, but we're getting there. This is like the coolest thing to watch. They're all attached to my little stand things. I don't know why I'm not using this. Anyway. So that's where we're at. I mean, we made really good progress. My dad is excellent at like laying the ground. So like mowing the lawns and opening up a space so that my stepmom and I can get into it. My stepmom is from the Philippines, so like her way to farm is a little bit different than I was taught and I learned through the internet. So we kind of like have to figure out what's going to work for the land that we have, because we both came from very humid and moist environments, and California just isn't. So according to Lowe's, all of these flowers should thrive in here. Most of them get direct sunlight, or at least some sunlight, for 6 hours or more. Oh, there's my roses. I was wondering where they went. My poor roses. I'll show you. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, good. It's pretty much gone. So these are the roses that I bought. Gosh. Where was I? It was a haul video, and I just wanted plants inside the house. And these did not want to thrive in the house. They started getting mold on the tips, and it's gone with the sun, so it's doing good outside. She wanted to be an outside plant. But yeah, that's, I mean, I'm kind of happy to see some of the plants that made it from last year. Like our daisies made it last year. I had uprooted a bunch of, I don't even know what they're called, but we have a whole bunch of them in different parts of the yard. And I put them in a pot, and then I'd gotten sick and forgot all about them, and they thrived in the pot. So I was like, all right, well, if you made it this far, I'm gonna plant you. So I planted them. One rose bush survived. I don't know where she is. I think she's over there. And then we have these plants that are I think some of them are roses, some of them aren't, but they're taking over our fence, and that's gonna be a challenge because we want to find like something pretty to box it in, but at the same time everything's blooming, so it's so beautiful, and I don't want to cut it down, but I know once the blooms fall to the ground it's more work. So it's like, but our trees are coming into bloom. There's a lot to still be done. And then our raised beds, my dad had purchased two, and he had put one together to see how I would do with it last year. And I had done all right. I mean, I'd kept my tomato plants alive. The animals or critters or whatever kept killing my pepper plants. What else survived? My poor basil plant that I got during 2020, sprouts. I think I talked about that in another video when my friends were here. Sprouts has a section where you can buy living plants. So you can buy lettuce that still have the roots, or you can get herbs that have the roots in them. And I had gotten this basil plant, and I was so proud of myself. I kept it alive for 2 years, and she finally died. She didn't like where I put her. So she's gone. I'm trying to think of what else was in that raised bed. I had to move the thyme. A lot of the herbs didn't want to be with the tomatoes. I don't know if the tomatoes underneath took over all the space, and that's why nothing grew. So Dad's going to put the other raised bed together, and then we're going to try and figure out how to make a shade for both raised beds, because that was something that I needed to do last year that I didn't think about, because now like we get a little rainstorm here and there, and you wake up in the morning and it's like in the upper 30s, low 40s. So the plants have that breathing time, but in the summertime they just fry. And you know, once the sun comes up, it goes directly to like 90, almost to 100 degrees some days. So Dad and I were talking, and I was like, well, I had covered them with this like sheeting, and it seemed to help the tomato plants. So we were looking in Lowe's, I think, and they make, well, you can make, they have like the blueprint for it for a cover. And I was like, okay, because I was going to spend about $100 a planter on Amazon, but I wasn't sure if it was going to fit the dimensions of the raised bed. So Dad and I, that's going to be a project, and I can use it for content, so it's winning. But that's one of the reasons why I haven't bought any plants or put seeds into the raised beds, because we're just not there yet. So, and then the other thing is like when we all work as a team, we fill our green waste bin like that. Like it'll be empty for like 6 months, and all of a sudden we're like, okay, this has gone out of control, and this plant, like this tree, hold on, I'm gonna lift up, is our olive tree, and it likes to dump on us at different parts of the season. So we got tree trimmers to like trim her down and try and like push her back that way, because when my dad and stepmom bought the house, they loved the shading from all the trees, but when we go through droughts and stuff, sometimes the trees aren't getting enough water, and I'm concerned because I'm home with Little Brow that they're going to be kindling for brush fires, like when we have fires near my area that I live. So we got to figure that out this year. But other than that, I like where we're going. I like the fact that we have the yard back, because we all love being out here. It's just a lot of work. And then last year when I got sick, and the fact that I just kept getting sick, and I couldn't get my feet under me, and I couldn't have the strength that I wanted to have. So now I just have to go a little slower, go when it's cooler. And oh my God, if you could just see this it's a pollen cloud. But I think that if I start sooner, and the fact that we started sooner this year, I won't burn myself out literally by the time I did last year. So that's enough of me rambling. I hope you guys are having a great week, and hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you Sunday. Oh, where's my thing?